Oh, it's connected with this compositional idea of recontextualization, and it's all about to use something that already exists, some music that already exists, and to make some it. And well, there are different names for this approach. Some people call it ponderphony, some sample abuse, some cut up, some they are different. But in all of them, the basic idea is that you are using some music that already exists to make out of it. And well, personally, my well, nowadays we have a lot of databases for music, which content is basically music that doesn't have so much value. It's most of the cases pop music. So it's that in this century, in fact, we have this pop culture is better preserved, I think, than the other musical culture that values more. And it's a strange fact, I think, because well, I don't see the point to have so many copies of some song, and that pop song to be preserved good when it doesn't have so much values in it. So with this application, to load some mp3 file of some pop song. I can listen to it, cannot. Well, all the interfaces consist of this playlist like, where you can file ads, when you can file add files, and save it as a playlist or load it. It contains of this kind of small mixer, and this tool that in fact meshes the file. So after I'm able to listen it, I can try to mess a little bit with it. It sounds now a bit messy, and it's like that when you play with it. But when you're working with it, you can kind of understand the structure of the piece you have loaded, and so by layering it in these separate channels, you're able to really make a composition. And with these values you enter the loop points, and with this box you just well, put some values of the pitch, and with this one you're multiplying the song through these channels, so you have many channels that they sound at the same time. So it takes some time when you start to play it to check what the loop points must be according to what you want to do. But it's interesting that soon after you start to play it, you understand that what comes out as music results is quite different than the original, because well, this Moby James Bond theme now sounds more like some dark trip hop, at least to me. And always, when you play, doesn't always something already built came out. I could play some examples later of what I did with this tool, and I just I made it just because I find it as an easy way that people who are interested in working with music software to be able to get known with some music composition ideas, and especially that this way it looks more like a sound toy, and when you play with sound toys you don't have to change your manners with working with software. I mean, if you work with, for example, PDE, you don't work today with PDE and tomorrow with some other software, but you start to learn this software and work with it. And in some cases you're kind of stuck with some approach and you don't try different things. But when you try to work just to play with some sound toy, you're able to get to know with some other compositional ideas, and that I think is important. And of course, if you like the idea, for example, if you start to play with and you like this idea to recontextualize, you can try to look for other composers who are doing these things, and to get to know with their ideas, and to go a little bit back in the history to look who started this, because I think this is the idea of recontextualization is very important, and it could evolve in this century, because you have many databases with data with audio data that could be used. And in fact, you couldn't do that some centuries ago, when there was no way to record and store music. Also, I made a PD patch that basically emulates what I did in Macromedia Director, and I made it just because I wanted to. The source code of the both things is open. I mean, for this exe version, you have the dir file here. So if you work with Macromedia Director, you can use anything you want to fit and or develop it further. And also make this PD version that basically contains and function the same. So we have this interface, this structure here that's in which you want some file. It has to be a WAV file, and you have this. You write the buffer here, Here with this graph, you just with all this parameter, you change some things and you can duplicate the whole all this structure and separate and make many channels that you can combine together. We'll play some examples. I don't know if it's important, but I mean, I don't play only with pop music, and but I also use some different musics. And in this case, this is not the sources; it's Vivaldi of the Four Seasons. And sometimes you can recognize what the source is, but it all depends on what your approach is when you start working with AI, because, well, you can follow the linear structure of the file, so from the beginning to the end to mess with it, or you can wrap something from the middle, something from the beginning, and layer it vertically. Sometimes it's nice because the result is quite different than which I value, because sometimes what you get out is not quite different from the original file, but sometimes the actual output is very different. For example, the source file of this one is a song of, there was some kind of rock or pop band called Republica, and they had some ready to go. It was just this file. But a little bit about what's different, because I mentioned there are different names, some call it quadraphony, some recontextualization, some sample abuse, and most of the time it's these names, they mean that some of the people, they use one track for example here, for these tracks I played short examples. I just wrote one song and do not add anything to it. So many people are doing something different. They took sources from different songs and combined them in one. The other difference is the attitude itself, because I think many of the examples in this culture of recontextualization are kind of rude. I mean, what comes out is has a lot of rage in it. Many of this cut of music is like that. It's very rage related, at least for me. But I think that's how, I cannot speak very well in English, but I mean that I can take something that's some pop song that it doesn't have many values in it, and instead of showing my rage against it, I can make something new out of it that is beautiful in my senses. I mean that has more values, but is not rude. I mean it doesn't show rage that I hate this music, but the negative that I can make something good out of this crap, because I perceive it as a crap, because its ideas are crappy. The whole I don't like the idea of the pop culture, but I can use it as a source to make something that has values in it. That's the way I perceive it. And is there some more time?
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Okay, and I would like to show also another sound toy I made. It's called Bachev. And well, it's what it does is when some 2 years ago I was trying to find a way to learn Dutch, and I was trying to look at websites where I can learn Dutch online. Well, and I found some elanguage.com website, and it has some audio examples in it. And after playing a bit with the site, I saw the way that the programmers actually programmed the database with the audio files in it. So I was able to know the database structure. And well, what I did, they had many languages in this website, and I just decided that they have recorded voices of different words in different languages, and I decided to play with that and to use them. So I can I put request to this database. I think that they don't know that someone is doing that. Well, it's
أغلق خرج
Well, and the interface, it doesn't have almost any functions in it. You're just able with these sliders to just where in the database to look, because you have thousands of words in this language, but I don't want to download all of them. It's good that all these sound files that I'm downloading when I put a request to the database, they're very small in the file size, so I don't have a problem with that. I don't need to download megabytes. No, they're very simple programs, but for me they are important because by making something simple, you're able to offer it to the many people that do not have to understand how to work with this software, how to do certain things with it, but just to play with it, and this way you are able to show them some ideas that exist. For example, this recontextualization idea, I think it's very important, and by making some sound toy that people who are just using computers can play with it, I think it's important that, because this way they could get on with that idea. And that is its purpose. Also, of this little tool, it's also about that well, you have, I mean, that someone that is interested in this linguistic approach could take that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The recontextualizing tool, surely you also thought of recontextualizing the recontextualizing, so trying
To recontextualize, so
to kind of use your output as an input and then see what's happening again. And
well,
if you do this, I wonder if there would be a pop song coming out at the end of this chain.
well, there is no chance to be something like that, because well, what characterize a pop song, that it's simple, everything is in order, right after another, and things like that.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be able to do that.
So I think it was just become more noisy and noisy until it's like
Well, it doesn't.
white noise at the end.
No. It doesn't relate only with. I mean, well, first you can play with its inner rhythmical structure. So if the rhythm is regular, you can make it very irregular by placing layers one on top of the other, and you totally break this regular rhythm that is so important for this pop culture. And after that, the melody relation, it breaks, because sometimes when you want something, and is there a sound? And you know its melody, but sometimes, depending on the loop point, it could happen that the melody totally breaks out. You know, the melody transforms to some other melody, like this way. So, but if you, of course, I forgot to mention, there are record functions that you can record either in WAV or mp3 format. So you can record all your outputs, all your play with that, and then load it again in A, recontextualize it more and more and more. So you can do that. By taking this small loop of this well-known rhythm, you're actually making some new rhythm that's more irregular. Something else that I think it's important is that most of the approaches to this recontextualization in polyphony is the linear order. So, for example, if you mesh up with some beat, you will mesh with it linearly, you know, in the time domain. But with A, you're not only meshing it in the time domain, but also in the harmony domain, because you are putting layers on top of other layers, not only in the time domain, but horizontally and vertically. That I think is good.
We have to finish now, but maybe you should advertise your installation.
Yeah, well...
now just say about it.
Yeah, it's on the last floor. There is a small installation that's very primitive. It deals with audio feedback, and it's pretty much related with the ideas of Alvin Moussier of sound behavior that I think are very important also. The ideas to let the sound to exist without controlling it.
Welcome to see
Well, thank you.
the installation.
Thanks, Adam.